Hello, beautiful sacred souls. Today we're going to be exploring embracing divinity in the human experience through a personal reflection. I'm Allison Batty-Capps of Blossoming Heart Wellness, and today I want to share a reflection from my own journey about what it means to live fully as a human being while connecting to a sense of divinity or higher consciousness. And I want to start by saying that this is just my lived experience. It may resonate for some and it may not for others, and that's okay. So the complexity of being human. One thing that I have come to realize is that being human is inherently complex. We carry bodies and emotions and histories and protective parts and wounded inner children and longings and wisdom all together. For me personally, early in my spiritual journey, I thought transcendence or moving beyond or above the human experience was the path. I tried it and I noticed something important. When I ignored my inner parts or minimized my human feelings, something felt incomplete. My system and my emotions were still active. They were still present. And although I was able to observe them as clouds and continue being in the present moment and engaging in what I was doing, I realized that I also wasn't able to fully embrace life, as I seemed to be bypassing parts of myself. Even though sometimes my mind would be very, very quiet, those patterns and those feelings and those human things just kept coming to the surface. And I didn't understand, well, I've transcended this. Why am I still experiencing this inner state? What am I doing wrong? And this isn't a statement about what anyone else should do. It's simply what I learned about my own system. For me, to live fully as a human being, I needed to bring awareness and compassion to all of my parts, even the ones that felt reactive or vulnerable. My practice has become one of bringing my divinity into my human action. I now notice and honor my emotions to understand what the underlying needs or boundaries are. I aim to then act ethically with curiosity and compassion as I navigate not only my needs and boundaries, but other people's needs and boundaries so that we can find collaborative ways of engaging with one another. I respect my perspective, but I also respect other people's perspective. And I try to advocate for justice and accountability rather than just ignoring harm. This doesn't mean that my way is the only way. And I deeply respect other approaches, including those who find transcendence or other practices helpful. This is simply what I've found is sustainable and nourishing for me so that I can fully embrace my human experience. In daily life, this looks like feeling sadness or longing when I'm away from home or missing someone or something I love. With compassionate understanding, being able to be just present with those feelings, while also knowing I will overcome this. It's acknowledging my inner parts when they feel triggered, and it's recognizing, oh, they feel triggered because they experienced X, Y, and Z at some point, and this situation is reminding them of that. And they're wanting me to advocate for reciprocity. It's holding boundaries while remaining compassionate. It's saying, this feels unsafe for me. I know you're doing the best you can, but this is what I need to keep myself safe. It's acting from curiosity instead of judgment. So when something is triggered in me, rather than just assume the other person is doing that intentionally, I get curious about what might be happening in their system while honoring the impact that their action had on me, and then trying to communicate in ways that doesn't shame them or belittle them, but also honors the impact. And this isn't about perfection. I have not figured out how to do this perfectly, but it is about being present with my human complexity and moving through life with awareness and care while honoring what I believe is the inner divinity, the idea that consciousness is whole and complete and divine in nature, that it exists in multiple planes of existence at once, both spiritual and the physical, that there is this possibility that maybe consciousness exists when our bodies die. that consciousness itself is love and peace and compassion and ethics and non-judgment. And how do I bring that into engaging in the world with more care? I share this as one perspective from my own journey of navigating complex childhood trauma and attachment wounds and complex mental health issues. And for anyone who feels drawn to explore living fully in their humanity while connecting to a deeper sense of purpose or divinity, my approach might be something you find helpful. And if it resonates, I invite you to reflect on your own experience. How do you honor your human complexity while living aligned with your values and what you consider to be your spiritual truths? And if you want to explore more, you can find more reflections through my book, The Divine Within, Healing Ourselves to Heal the World, and other resources on my website, blossomingheartwellness.com. And if you want to continue exploring with me on this platform, please subscribe, follow, like, comment, share, reach out. I'd love to continue the conversation with you. Thank you for being here and allowing yourself to feel and reflect along with me. Sending you deep love.